Hello everyone and welcome back to day 25 of this build. I finished building an idea for the last room. So that means now I'll start working on the final details of the building and then make the scene out in the back. Which I've decided for the coding process of this, I'm going to stop recording for a bit until I can get figure out exactly what I want to do. But what I will do in replace of these videos is I'll make another project that's just level design, and I'll start making those while I'm working on this game to see what I can do with it. But don't worry, anytime that any new updates happen, I will keep recording it when the time comes. But anyway, let's get into a quick walkthrough of the entire building from the first floor all the way up to the roof. So, for anyone who hasn't been following, this is the main area of the building. You first enter in through here, which this is going to become an elevator. This is the first office. There's going to be a lot more detail in here once I get down to the first floor. Here's a conference room with projector. Office number 2 with a view into the outside world. Got some cars. Here is the break room. Phil, let me in. There we go. Some arcades, some tables, an ice cream machine, fridge. There'll be a lot more things I'll build here. Here's a sink. The first window I made. I'm going to fix that when I get it around to it. That's going to be part of the editing details, making everything nice with no texture breaks. There's that car again. And there's another one. And here is the final office for the first floor. They're all basically the same type of office, just in different positions. Leading up to floor number 2. This is more of the technical side of the office. I mean, you have the bathrooms here: the girls' bathroom, the boys' bathroom. You got a more cramped but still good conference room. You have the next office, the bigger office, because it's got a lot more space in here. On the opposite side is the server room. There'll be a lot of things I'll add into these rooms, like things you gotta collect. The main boss's office. I'll probably make some like very simplistic book prefabs and just copy and paste them on different shelves to make it look like there's a bunch of books there. Books aren't that hard to make. I've made them before for 3D modeling. Now let's move up to the next floor. The waiting room for the final floor. The HR room. Storage room with files. The biggest section of workers with better computers. And a nice view that this will have, like the cityscape. A security room. And last but not least, the beta tester's room for console and PC. And now, the final section of the building that I made, the roof. You see the massive HVAC system that becomes some sort of a maze. Leading you all the way on to the last room in the building. This is basically like the maintenance room. This is where the maintenance people will work. There'll be a lot of things that I'll lay around here, like tools and stuff. I've already started up here at the top. You have a file cabinet for certain files, a computer for them to work with, some tools on a broken projector. I'm going to make this a little bit more broken looking, but you have a little mallet, and as good as I can get, a little screwdriver. It's not that bad if you look at it at certain angles. It's decent. A little shelf for them to store stuff. There's going to be a lot more stuff in here, don't worry about that. But yeah, that's the entire building from bottom to top. There will be a lot more details out here as I go, because I feel like I still got a bunch of videos in before I have to start the coding process. Like, I need to add more things out here for you to walk around, so if something is chasing after you, I'll make it to where you have to move around a lot of these objects. I'm going to make it to where it's impossible to jump off this building. As you can see, I can still jump over this, but like I've said repeatedly, there is no jumping button going to be into this game, so that way you can't just cheese your way through everything like I'm doing right here. And even if there was a jump, you wouldn't be able to jump this high. But I don't want to jump. I want it to be, you have to rely on running. I'm going to tell you guys more things I'm going to add. So let's go down. I mean, one thing I'll do for all the staircases is I'm going to add detail to them. Like I'm going to add textures to the walls. That way it looks more like a staircase. I'm going to have better textures for the computers. I'm going to add on certain desks, there's going to be little objects and stuff. I don't think I really need anything for the server room. I think it's good the way it is. There'll be some stuff you can collect in here. Moving on. Probably some magazines that sit here. Maybe a few potted plants. Like I could put a potted plant right here. Clearly a lot more stuff is going to be needed for this room. And the storage room. Moving down. The bathroom just needs more textures for both of them. The conference room, I think it's good the way it is. I already said what I was planning on doing here. There's going to be some collectibles for here. Going down to the first floor. Well, aside from the wall decorations and appliances in here, the only other thing I want to add for this area is convert this door to an elevator and add objects onto a few of these desks with wall decorations and stuff, and maybe a few objects to a few objects that that work with this company, like the logo. I'm going to add a new logo. So I don't have to use my artist logo for this. Yeah, let's do a quick zoom out so you can see. Here we are. And there we go. So as you can see, the building is now like the design part is complete. It's just it's time for the final textures and final details to it to give him the final bit of life before I add the scene out here. But yeah, what I did for this room was I wanted it to be like they have stuff down here that they store, but they also have like all their workspace up here, and they have a little window to the outside world, so it's not like a closed-in space. And they have this little table where they work on stuff. They use this computer to figure out what they have to do for the day. And maybe I'll add some like toolboxes and stuff right here. Yeah, a little zoom out of everything. I was messing with the camera thing up here. This thing, if it lights up on the screen, hopefully it is for you guys because y'all can't see my cursor. And I pressed this button right here, and then I zoomed out, And then I noticed this looks like The Sims or like a mobile game, and I thought it was pretty funny. It does give it a nice little view. I do like this view. It's very nice. But as you can see, we are almost we're almost there. Uh, it's now time for the final details of the entire building, starting with the roof going down, since I went down up. And then out here in the open space, what I plan on doing is lowering the mountains, flattening it for a few episodes so I can get a precise idea of what I want to do for the cityscape. And whenever the city is complete, then I'll re-add the mountains so that way they're not like colliding with the with any objects that are out there. And then once that's done, then I move on to the coding and then see what I go from there. You know, I'm gonna keep it in this screen for a little while as I exit. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. We are so close to finishing the building, so I can finally finish the world and then get on to coding and see what I can do with this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Tomorrow I will be showing you guys the final details of the roof, and then next week I'll start with the third floor, and then so on and so on. So until that video comes, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.